Here we go.
New rebuild project, almost an M car. Anything that's broken must be upgraded. The excitement has gone down, so I'm ready to introduce my newest project. BMW M135i. A lot of numbers, a lot of horsepower, only one problem. Someone hasn't been looking after it properly, so we do have a bit of an issue going on here, there, and maybe tiny little bit down there. Just not end of the world. What the plan with this is, we'll try to first of all fix it, because also this wheel wants to go left, this wheel wants to go straight, so there's clearly something wrong with it. The power steering is off for some reason, but yeah, there's a lot of problems wrong with it. The plan is we take all of this off, get all the damaged parts off, get some new parts on, and then get on to some modifications and make this a cool car as we do. Let's go put it on the ramp. Right, while it's up in the air, I'm pretty sure this is not a standard exhaust and something has been done to it. And of course it's a full straight pipe. There's not one silent. Oh, there is a silencer. That's why it sounds pretty good. And I'm pretty sure the front has like an aftermarket intercooler. I'm not too sure if they actually come with that kind of intercooler, but I'm pretty sure that looks, to me, that is not a standard intercooler. Oh, is it? Oh my god, look at that hole through it. Luckily, through the little vent bits, not the actual core. Oh wow. Well, we'll soon find out if it's got a boost leak. It might actually have a boost leak. Well, once the bumper comes off, someone put that mesh on. That clearly is not standard. Someone's just cable tied the mesh on there. Someone has been doing something in here. Someone's been trying to heat it and straighten it out. You know what? Them cheeky boys must have changed the wheels as well. Because look how clean the car is. Yeah? Like it's like a little bit dusty and that, but look at the wheels. They would have been sat in a shed somewhere or something, and then afterwards would have been swapped over. That's my theory anyways. Yeah, let's order some parts and get at least the wheel looking a bit more straight, and then we'll focus on all the body panels. Need to order bumper, bonnet, headlight, strip it all off and see if we can find any more damage on there. Once it's all fixed back in the shape, we can get on to some modifications. Right, so we have gathered some parts. Only exclusion on this build that we are not upgrading anything, because it's only some like drop links and stuff like that, so I don't think you can get like upgraded drop links and stuff. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get these all changed, so hopefully we can get this wheel looking straight. After that's all good, then we can go ahead and start with fixing up all this mess. First things first, let's go. We're going to go ahead and remove all the damaged parts, well, all the parts from the lower section.
Is that a new one?
Yeah. Once we got all the damaged ones and bent ones off, we can go ahead and fit some nice and shiny ones. So good job we actually bought the replacement arms, because if you look, one's straight, one's like a banana, so if it didn't change it, it would have been all over the place. We wouldn't be able to get a tracking done and everything. So good job we bought all new arms. Then at least we know there's nothing to worry about and all of it's going to be nice and straight. That's all the ball joints pushed back in place. The hub can be all torqued up and that's ready to go. Right, so that's all the suspension arms on. As we showed you, they were bent, so good job we did change them. We've kind of adjusted the tracking with my laser eye to somewhat not straight. It looks kind of straight. So what we'll try to do now, we'll put the wheel back on. I think we'll take it for a spin, see how it feels like. Tracking will need doing regardless because we have messed around with the full suspension, so it's not going to be nowhere near perfectly straight. When the car is fully done and ready to go on the road, we will have to get the proper tracking done, but up to now it should do the job, fingers crossed. Let's put a wheel on. The wheels are now where they belong. Let's take it for a test drive. We took it out for a little test run just to see how the steering is, and my theory, the wheels have been swapped over. Nicer aftermarket wheels have been taken off and the original ones been put on, or they've been swapped somewhere in the process, because on these BMWs you get a wider offset on the back wheels and a little bit skinnier on the front wheels. So if we come to this wheel, the tire size on here is 245. Yeah, so that's the width of the tire. On this back one, we'll look, we've got 245. And when they come to this side, it's 225. And the front one is also 225. So that wheel from the back there should have been on that front corner, and that front wheel should have been on the back. How am I so good at like putting two and two together? We'll swap them over and take it out for a test drive. And also, so what it's done, it's been scraping the wheel onto the shocker there. Yeah, not end of the world. We'll swap them over. It should be good. It's just a bit of paint. I mean, it is kind of damaged now, so that gives us an excuse to buy some upgraded suspension and upgraded wheels. That kind of is a good point, so we'll have to see about that. Definitely works, so on to more fixing. Let's go. Test drive went well. We figured out what the crack with the wheels. Next up, there's some damage here, and as we agreed originally, anything that's damaged must be upgraded. So we've got something in this big box. I'm sure you can't guess what it is. That's the bumper off. It has revealed a bit more damage around here, so we will see if we can get some parts ordered for there. Obviously they are not going to be upgrade parts, unfortunately, because I don't think you can get much of an upgrade on a bit of plastic, so we'll just get them repaired or get some replacements. And onto the next part, the headlight, that's also damaged, and we've got some upgrade parts for there. So I'll show you them now. More upgrade parts to address this issue. Let's unpack it and have a look what's inside. They are gonna look sick. Put them back. They're not ready to go in just yet. Have to get this all addressed before we can swap the headlights, because all of the front end will have to come off. As much as I would like to put them in and see what they look like, because they have one cool feature that I want to show you as well, but we need to get the actual structural parts fixed first, and then we can get on to more modifications. Few jammed in bolt and aggressive yanks later, the headlight is out. That's the headlight out. But before we can put the new one in, obviously all of this is bent, all that's bent. Luckily, I have done some Facebook Marketplace shopping. We have managed to get the full slam panel. We'll get this off, put the new one on, and then we can put the new headlight in. And that's what a full slam panel looks like. Why is that the other way around? See this vent? That's on that side. This is like banked off there. How is it banked up there? What is that cooling? Oh, that's for the airbox. Well, it might have been on the other side on that car. Oh, it might be like a different engine or something. Yeah, so this top panel kind of looks alright. Doesn't look like it's damaged or anything. So we could maybe just unbolt this plastic so we can put this plastic on. That's just a separate bit there. That's pretty much off. So that's all already unbolted for whatever reason. So we could probably just get the actual crash bar and this bit. That looks like it's alright. Well, I mean, we can change these together with the crash bar because it's just bolted in there. 200 million bolts later, the slam panel is off. Even though both of the slam panels look like they are exactly the same and come from the other car, it turned out that the slam panel was from a M135i replica, which was a diesel. So a few bits on the slam panel were different, like the intake vents were on the other side, so we did have to swap some things over, like the headlight mountings. One of them was damaged on the new slam panel, ours was fine on that side. So what we ended up doing was making one slam panel out of two bad ones. That's the slam panel all on. We can fit it back up, bolt it all back in place. We did discover a little bit of damage on the plastic trim on the top. We put some hot glue on it. It's in an area where you wouldn't see it, just to make it a little bit tidier. We thought we'd tidy it up, and now it's ready for the new headlights. That's the new headlights on, looking nice. We did take it out for a test drive. You can see it in this clip here on our Instagram TikTok build series, and we discovered a big problem, which is down the back there, which I'll probably not be able to show you on the camera, but you'll just have to believe me. We've got a big hole in the radiator which is leaking all the coolant out, which explains why there's no coolant in there. That means we have to strip the full front end off again just to change that radiator. It was definitely not from the accident because it looks like it's squashed in from the inside. Not ideal, but nothing we can do now, so let's get it stripped off, let's get it radiator changed. After the top section of the slam panel was removed, we were able to remove the radiator fan, which then gave us access to the actual radiator itself. That's what the radiator fan looks like. Now I think I should be able to show you the damage why we are here. So that's the damage there. There's no way in the world that that damage came from the accident. So that's been caused by someone maybe taking the induction kit off, squashing it in there or something like that. I don't know, but that's on the inside of the engine and there's no way it could have been caused by the accident, because it was down the side there and literally there was no other damage apart from that being squashed on the inside. Why did we not look for that before before we put the front end together? I don't know. It feels like it's solid. Come on! Come on! Come! Oh, that's it. Now this should come out. That's the small wins. Luckily we didn't have to strip the full front thing apart. That's quite a lot of damage actually. Look how many bits of core is actually like squashed in. Oop, it's leaking out. Oop. Let's get the new radiator out and have a look. See if it's actually the same as that, because the fittings are tough. It could be different, but I'm pretty sure it should be the right one. Pretty well packed. Oh wow, it's in a vacuum. Stuck to the actual box. It looks identical. All the fixings are exactly the same. Exactly the same. I'd say it should be good to go. New radiator in. Just going around trying to plug all the hoses back in. And hopefully that should fix the issue. It's all fun games. We put the radiator back in. It's Saturday, 4 o'clock. I have no way of getting home because all my 3 cars in culture shock parked up there. So we're trying to get this BMW ready so I can drive home and get to the show tomorrow. Only one slight issue, we haven't got any coolant to put in it. Hopefully I've sent my brother to Euro car parts. He's got 10 minutes. Hopefully he gets there on time and brings us some coolant back. Last thing I want is putting water in this. Fun games, fun games. The fan can now go in. A couple of Torx bolts to fix it in place, and that's good to go. When we got the slam panel, it never come with the bumper support for the bottom there, and ours was snapped, so we couldn't really plastic weld it together. So I was forced to buy a new one. The full slam panel was £80. This little piece of plastic was £50. Make it make sense. Few funky looking bolts later, the bumper support is on. After we finish the full build, we will do a big price breakdown of what the things have cost. It's probably a bit of a risky one because I might have to move out afterwards when the missus find out how much these things are, but I think I'm ready for it. I've got a little sofa there in the reception, so I can move out if needs to be. Anything, all the things we do for you lot watching and for the builds. We managed to put the front end back together. Induction kit is on, even though we do have a cheeky upgrade for there, but we'll show you that when it comes to it. I want to get it all nice fixed up before we do any more upgrades. Obviously this is all back on, the V-bar's on, the new bumper support is on, the new headlights are on. That brings us to some more upgrades, which is just there. And this is our M2 bumper that's going on now. The bumper come a bit bare, obviously all disassembled and everything, but all the grills are there. So before it goes onto the car, we'll stick them on just so it makes it a bit more firm and I can actually drive it so the bumper is not flopping about and doesn't go flying on the motorway or something. So yeah, let's get them stuck on. Another thing I can't justify paying, see this little bit, it's meant to have a M2 badge in there. You can't buy like a little gel sticker that goes in there with saying M135i. It costs £22. So I can't pay £22 for one little sticker. So I think we might make something ourselves, but hey, for the time being it'll just be empty. Front end all complete, the new bumper is on, grills on, headlights on. We are still waiting for more bits to arrive. It will be a 2-part build. We do have some bits here already, like the new color that the car is going in, which we will not show you just yet. It will be vinyl frog, it will be a bright color contrasting with loads of different parts, but we'll come to that. Then we've also got more performance parts that we need to install. Why we are installing them, I'll explain in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss out the second part. Check the description below. We've got some sponsors and some cheeky little discount codes in there. Get a nice saving for you. Thanks for watching. That's as much as we can squeeze in one video. and see you in the next one. Don't get this done quick enough. What do you think of this colour? It's looking nice.